Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here. And today, I didn't get that one quite in frame, but it was such a good slap, I had to leave it. Today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. We've got something here from Tuya knife. I haven't actually, well, I guess somewhat recently, but I haven't had an enormous number of Tuya knives on this channel, but every time I've received one for review, I've enjoyed it. It's always been something really nice. I mean, like, the quality's always been good. This was sent by my buddy Sever. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. If you want to, I can link your YouTube channel. If you want, just let me know what you want down there. But thank you so much for sending this in for me to take a look at. I will link this. I think I'm actually going to link you guys directly to Tuya for this one. I haven't opened it. We're just doing an unboxing and first impressions today, so this is the first time I've ever handled it, and then down the road we'll do a review on it. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. So he actually sent me 2 knives, but given the track record of stuff that he sends, I would prefer to do them in individual videos because they tend to be pretty cool. I mean, like, they tend to be more unique pieces with more to talk about. So I don't want them having to share the limelight with each other. This is the Camel, and it was designed by, it says Tuya. I don't know if that means it's internal or if that's actually his name. I don't know. So we're just going to leave that as it is, and then he can clarify in the comments. What's interesting here is that the handle material, it says Blade Steel's M390, which is of course something we're all familiar with, but handle material is titanium and mokume, which is a fun word to say. Say it to yourself all together, right? Say it. Seriously, say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mokume. And what's funny is that a whole bunch of you actually said it out loud by yourself. Some of you were even on the toilet when you said that. Your coworkers behind the door just heard you whisper, Mokume. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. You know you did. I know. If this video gets 10,000 views, at least 200 people said it with me out loud. And that is really funny. Okay. So the Camel here, now this is Warren Blades, Tuya knife and sales. Okay, let's open this up. What do we have? Oh boy, oh, it is special inlay. I love these. I love the odd, like, different looking material. Look at that, very cool. Silver and gold there, very neat. Oh, and look at that. We have, so this is the this Mokume, and then I don't know if this is Mokutai. I mean, it certainly looks like a different, it's like titanium Damascus in maybe the layer look of Mokume. I mean, Mokume can come in a lot of different aesthetics there. But, oh, this is an integral too. Holy moly. Look at that. Wow. Nice detent too. A very odd blade shape. In fact, the entire thing has a super unique kind of off the beaten path look, which is usually very polarizing. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it certainly is. As somebody, if you watch my channel regularly, you'll know that there are certain aesthetics of knives that we see over and over and over again, especially in combination with certain locking systems, right? Now, this has a common locking system, which is a frame lock, but it's an integral, and we have a Mokume inlay. The other thing, if I have Tuya down the way that I think I do from memory, their price tags are incredible. Like, I mean, this is going to be an expensive knife. If you're a new person and you go and look this up, you're going to be like, oh my God, this guy's crazy, right? But if you've been here consuming my content and other channels that are like mine, and you're familiar with pricing on stuff like this, I would be willing to bet, without having actually looked at the website yet or this model, the D10 on this is really good. This is why I accept things from Sever, like, blindly, because he only sends me interesting stuff. But I would be willing to bet that the price tag on this, considering the materials, is pretty amazing. I actually like the path that the inlay takes. It's not just a, sort of like, it's not just being shadow boxed by the frame behind it. It's actually taking its own kind of unique path through here, comes down, and then maybe towards the back, kind of, it's actually towards the rear end here is shadow boxed by the flat, and then there's a big bevel that takes place in the titanium. So basically the titanium is raised to kind of be sort of follow the back of the inlay, and then over here, same height of titanium. Actually looks really good. And then fortunately, they decided to do the same thing on both sides, which is really, really cool. I think personally I would have preferred that they go ahead and do this over the top of the frame, but there's nothing wrong with the way that they did it. Pretty, not necessarily a chunky blade, but like a big, wide titanium frame. Overall, though, ergonomically, pretty darn good. It looks like it would be a lot more pointy than it actually is. What am I feeling here? Do we need... Oh, we need to tighten the pivot slightly. At first, I thought up and down, but it appears to just be side to side. Up and down would be a problem. Side to side can be tightened out. So let's give it a quick turn here and make sure. So we have a T8. I'm guessing the pivot is a T8. Are we slightly loose in the pivot? We are. That would be the deal there. But are we, hold on, are we free spinning? Yeah, so we actually need another one, which is fine. I don't know how easy the D shape, I mean, like, I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to do it, but the T8 pivot barrel, I'm sorry, I'm saying things without thinking about what I'm saying. The integral, an integral might make it somewhat difficult. I think there's a lot of different ways to like create a captive pivot. That's a T10. We're using the longer one here, which is the other driver that I really like to use. I believe this is, yeah. So we're going to use these two here. I don't love when I have to do this. I'm sure there's a way to have created a T, or not, I keep saying T, a pivot barrel that's captive, but let's see if we can give this a little crank right there. Oh, just a little bit. Okay. Now how are we doing? Now we're good. Okay, it just had a little bit. It just needed to be cranked a little bit. Are we still centered? We are still centered. Okay, good deal. No big deal there. Anyways, I'm sure that there's a way to create, a pivot barrel. In fact, I don't know why it would be any different. I just got sidetracked because my brain can only do one thing at a time, and I was focused on finding that other the T8 bit. But yeah, I mean, in 2026, I still prefer, that we always have a captive system. Not the end of the world. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're trying to tighten a pivot, but that's fine. Tolerances all feel good. And then we have a stop pin that has to have screws on the outside, just given the fact that it is an integral. I don't know how you would, other than like carving out an area right here and like setting the pin in there. And I don't know what the purpose of that would be, because how would you hold it in place? So the screws, I think probably, unless you use the frame itself like we did on Excalibur, you use the frame itself as a stop. But I think this is fine. Nice big fat stop pin in there too. Satin, it's like a machine satin finish there. I like the pocket clip. Not too stiff. I really thought it was going to be stiff. It's not much of a bill there, but not too stiff. Pretty cool. Let's measure it and weigh it real quick. So the overall length of the Camel, I'm not sure where the name comes from. 7.5 inches, and blade length is about 3. Wow, that's pretty good blade to handle ratio. So I'm going to call that 3.4, and your cutting edge is maybe 3.25. So there you go. And then if the scale is, I'm going to be honest with you. There we go. Scale's over here. My desk is an absolute mess right now. Not counting the mess I just made by dumping all that stuff out over here. 4.5 ounces, not bad for a, not a full size, but a pretty big titanium integral. This is a cool one. Definitely unique, and definitely something that you'll get a full length review on down the road a bit. But that's going to be it for today's unboxing and first impressions. Definitely a little different. I'll link it down in the description. You guys can take a look if you want. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on the Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.